Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Darling. I'm not going to even hold you up. My mental health is in jeopardy. But before you do a wellness check, I'm fine at the moment. I said it's in jeopardy because I've come to the realization that I don't relate to most people, and I never will. It's been like this for a minute, but I've come to the acceptance that, damn, I'm never going to have a tribe of people around me, a group of homies or friends or a person that I can completely connect to, because I have absolute trust issues when it comes to people, not just women, people in general. In order for a person to be a healthy, thriving individual in society, you have to have relationships with people. You have to have friends. You have to be able to be open enough to form bonds with people outside of your family and outside of yourself. But the only person that I have any attachment to is my mother. That's the only person that I trust. That's it. Everybody else, I'm like, I hold at an arm's distance, okay? And when it comes to relating to people, I can sit up here and I can have the superficial conversations all day long, right? But at the pit of my stomach, I know that there's other things to be discussed, especially when you come across people who have certain mindsets, okay? And I'm talking about just the way they think. I'm talking about their potential to be able to take a situation and put some thought behind it and maybe create some solutions for it, but they're busy talking about the basketball game or the video game or politics. The left-right politic paradigm is very hard to relate to individuals, for at least for me right now, okay? And y'all have seen over the last couple of weeks, I brought up this Lindsay Clancy case where all these women are rallying behind this woman who strangled her 3 kids and saying that she's this martyr for feminism. The reason I'm highlighting that so much is because it shows that there is a schism in society. There is a complete social contagion on one side of the board. I'm not going to say aisle because it's not a political thing. This is a mental thing, okay? You have a vast majority of women in this country that's looking at this woman and completely dismissing the fact that she strangled her 3 kids. That's the problem I have with it. Not the fact that they're sympathizing with the fact that she had postpartum, but the fact that they're able to dismiss the fact that she strangled 3 kids in order to be a part of this womanhood tribe. And it's not just women doing it. Everybody right now, due to the fact that everything is so desperate, is retreating to their respective tribes. Us black people are going to our tribe. The Haitians are going to their tribe. The whites are going to their tribe. The gays are going to, everybody's in this like tribalistic mindset. And it's so disappointing to me to see the gears of the machine turn and shape culture and shape society by dividing all of us into all of these little groups and watching us work together in order to extract this energy and this life force up out of us. And most people don't recognize that. And when you start to bring it up, or you start to, let's say for instance, let's talk about this food situation. We can sit up here and have a conversation all day long about the Lindsay Clancy trial and who's right and who's wrong. But at the same time, while men and women are going back and forth with each other, and a lot of us men are saying that a lot of women are batshit crazy and have these fantasies of infanticide and all this other stuff, the powers that be have allowed our food to become toxic. The lettuce has issues right now with, I think, E. coli, the eggs, the blueberries. They're recalling a lot of different meats. The fish is fucked up. It's okay. So right now, within the last couple of years, there's been all these recalls on food. There's all this poison in our food. They're killing all these wild horses and importing foreign beef from an unknown source that they're not even willing to disclose to the public. I'm glad I don't eat meat. And we're having discussions about giving sympathy to a woman who deserves no sympathy in normal times. In times when the hell mouth is not open and this demonic spirit is not over the land, people can easily see that, yeah, this woman may have had mental health issues, but killing your children, there's no excuse for that, regardless if you have mental health issues or not. But when you're tribalistic, like a lot of women are right now, I'm going to go into this corner and I'm going to support women regardless of whatever the fuck they do. I'm going to go over here and support black people regardless of what they do, right? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. One of the things that I'm disgusted by right now is there was a boy killed in Compton. What was it? Last week, because he was wearing an Astros hat, okay? I talk all this stuff about the racism in this country, what white people do to us, but black people victimizing each other over wearing a fucking hat nullifies all of that conversation. Because at the end of the day, if we're our own worst enemy, I can't speak on the dominant culture treating us like ass if we don't even see ourselves as human beings, right? That's what I'm saying. And it's all of this stuff, right? So people say, well, get off the internet. But the internet is just a microcosm of the mental the mental state of the real world. Just because you're not on the internet doesn't mean that what's being talked about on here isn't affecting what's going on in society. It just means that you're having superficial conversations and ignoring the fact that your world is closing in on you. That's the problem I have. I sit up there and I work and I listen to the conversations everybody has. It's always about relationships. It's always about the job. It's always about just the simplest shit. What event we're going to next? What I don't relate. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I don't have my bullshit. I got my bullshit too. But when it comes to even my bullshit, I can't relate to the people that are in my bullshit. All of the toy collectors that complain about the toys coming out, I can't relate to that. All of the video gamers that all they do is bitch and moan about video games. GTA 6 is about to come out. They just leaked all this footage of it and all this other stuff. It looks great. But what you have people doing is having these back and forth arguments about semantics when it comes to the play the fucking game and shut the fuck up. So you can't even relate to people in the hobbies that you used to use to escape from this real world like bullcrap. You can't have those conversations because that shit is seeped into this. Oh, the reason that they're doing this is because like Wolverine. The Wolverine game's coming out in less than a month. I want to play it. Yeah, there's some stuff to criticize based on its aesthetic, right? But I still want to play the game because it's a Wolverine game. It looks cool, right? The people are criticizing it for all of the wrong. Oh, it's gonna be woke. Oh, they're gonna turn them into a transgender. This crazy stuff, right? I can't have that conversation. Whereas I would want to talk about, oh, who are the characters that are going to be revealed in the game? What is the story going to be like? Yes, this is from the same company that made Spider-Man and made you play as Mary Jane, so I get the apprehension. But if I have that much apprehension about it, I'm just not going to play on it. I'm damn sure not going to make think piece after think piece or why I think it sucks before I haven't played it. So I can't relate to even the places where we're supposed to be having fun. You understand what I'm saying? That's all across the fucking board because life has become this stressful slog through this mud. You know what I mean? The fact that we're even having a back and forth about, oh, well, the husband killed the kids, even though she confessed. What are we doing, y'all? Society is over. And what it is Marxism and the fact that the powers that be have found that if you turn the family unit on its head, if you turn man against woman, mother against son, or mother against father, child against, parent and all that, you can easily conquer those people. I saw a video of some police, right? They had showed up to a house. It was a domestic dispute or whatever. The pregnant girl got up in the cop's face and pushed him or something. So she's under arrest, obviously, right? He gets out his taser. He didn't know she was pregnant, right? But the family knew she was pregnant. She does this. The cop's like, yo, submit, da-da-da. I'm about to fucking tase you. Her whole family comes out the house. Now, remember, they just had a dispute. Nah, they all came together, got in front of that fucking, she's pregnant, and stopped that cop from tasing they people. Stopped they cop from fucking manhandling they people because it was a fucking family and it wasn't shit that they could do to stop that family from getting in front of that girl, right? That's what the state doesn't want. That's what the powers that be doesn't want. And that's why they divide us into all these little tribes, into all these little cogs where we're rotating and just driving this machine of hatred that's extracting all this stuff, its energy up out of us. So yes, it's having an effect on my mental health that I can't express this to the people that I care about. Now, my mom is pretty woke right now. She's having these conversations with me, and I love that. But for my contemporaries and the people that I interact with, I want to talk more than just about what the next movie is that's coming out or what the TV show is that's coming out. Yes, those are great escape conversations to have, but there's a lot going on in the world. Within a couple years, there's going to be some type of food and water shortage because they're creating it through their data centers from taking up all the water and poisoning the ecosystem around the environment. I mean, just look at Gary. They got data centers there. They had those tornadoes come through. Couldn't even get the power for the folks, but the data centers are fine, right? You have that big lake right there, that big, beautiful fucking Lake Michigan right there that they're just going to fucking poison with their data centers, right? You have that. You have the food being poisoned. There are conversations to be had. I can't relate to people that are like, "Oh, I'm liberal. I'm conservative. That's it. I just pick a guy and I'm gonna vote for a guy and I'm gonna hope that the best turns out for the best." That's simple-minded thinking for me, and that's how most people are thinking. And I hate to be judgmental like that, but the hour is freaking late.